Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Holly Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective, somewhat of a perspective, on this final Thursday in the month of May, May 28th. Okay. I am here with you today with no answers. Elder Solomon, you may be able to help me out. I have no answers. I really don't. My heart is heavy like many of you as we watch yet another man of African descent. Hey, Donnie. Aaron, I'm hopeful that you can chime in. Another man killed, unarmed, at the hands of law enforcement. And maybe I don't need to say, but I am going to say, having spent all those years as a United States Marine, I believe in law and order. I believe in abiding by the law. I believe in the mandate of law enforcement to protect and serve. I do. I absolutely do. But my question today is, where do we go from here? That we continue, Shema, the mother of sons, black young men, where do we go from here? How many more of our brothers, sons, fathers, uncles, grandfathers, nephews have to be taken at the hands of those who are sworn to protect and defend? And so I really, really do not have an answer. I asked one of my daughters this, and she's like, how many more protests can you do? How many more signs can you hold up? How many more, how much more can we sign away and get, thousands upon thousands of pledges? How many, what's next? What can we do? What else can be done? And I don't have an answer for that. Hey, Klashia, mother of young black men in the making. This is really tough. There is no easy answer. And this is what I do know with absolute certainty. For anyone who would say, we just got to pray. We just got to pray. I so believe in the power of prayer. I start and end and intersperse in between everything I do with prayer. I understand the tremendous power that is made available when we pray. But I also know this, that prayer and faith without action, hey Camille, mother of young black beautiful men, young men, I know that. I know that prayer has to begin in and infuse every aspect of what we do. I know that. But when we get up from our knees, prayer was not just a monologue. It's not just a monologue. The God we're praying to is speaking back to us. If we're seeking solutions and we want to remain in the will of God, then He is going to speak to us. So after we get up off our knees, then what? What else has to happen so that this does not continue to be a norm? None of us can count the number of families that have been devastated and destroyed and continue to weep and mourn and wail, Ebony. So we can't count the number of families that have been impacted by this. All the families of anyone involved has been impacted. And so you know, I have a perspective on a lot of things, and I can speak to a lot of things. I don't know where to go with this. I don't know what else to be done. Prayer is good. And, okay, so we pray and we prepare. I believe prayer and preparation is the magic formula for success in life. Prayer and preparation. So in this arena, yes, prayer without action, but without a dialogue and realizing that there is a true problem. That's a good point, because many of us don't even think, some of us don't even think this is an issue. Some of us will avert and divert to other things that are happening. So again, I'm not being cute and coy and trying to, get up the views. I'm not doing any of that. I really don't know the next step to do. Prayer is not an option. It is a mandate. I think the conversations have to be had. They've got to come to the table. We've got to bring the right people around to the table. I think schools play a role in this, not primarily, but just like the education is a pillar in any community. Family is a pillar in any community. The faith-based pillar is very real. That's 3 of them. Business is a very real pillar in any community. And there's one more that I'm business, education, the faith-based community. Now I'm blanking on business, education, faith-based community. The government is a very real part of the pillar in any community. So every time we justify, every time we cover it up, every time we minimize it, we've just acted as if it becomes another acceptable way. Health. Yes, thank you, Clichia. That health proponent, a very real pillar. All of these pillars have to come together. Not one of us will ever have the answer. I know that. The family. Ding, 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 ding. The family as an institution is a very real pillar in the community that holds a part of the answer. None of us hold the answer solo. When we all come together and we make all the pillars in any community part of the table, and we give equal power, equal speaking power, equal action power to everyone at the table, then we're getting closer to an answer. Yeah, I mean, and that's why education can't be left out of it when this insidious evil thought process, thoughts of superiority, thoughts of fear that show up in anger and violence, when all of those are allowed to breed and expand. It doesn't start when you're 25 years old and now you're a police officer and you've got a badge. It doesn't. It started 24 years prior to that. So we can't leave the family out of the equation. The faith-based community has to play a role in it. We can't just say, well, I'm going to pray about it and leave it alone and God's going to handle it. God is waiting on us. He's waiting on us. The business part, the economic part of the community pillar has to be enacted. Okay? The government at any and every level has to be part of the answer. And so I can see pieces of the puzzle that have to come together. And I also believe that until all of the pieces, hey Irma, hey Daddy, until all of the pieces of the puzzle come together, it's going to remain a horrendous and a horrific cycle that destroys our entire nation. I can't be an American citizen and hurt so bad without you being impacted. Oh, well, that's for the inner city, and I'm over here in the suburbs, so I'm free. I can't be part of this community and not be impacted when another part of my community is being impacted and devastated. When one of us hurt, all of us hurt. When one of us succeeds, all of us can be brought up. And so I don't have an answer. The conversations have to continue, the conversations with the right players around the table. Everybody can't come to the table on a level 10. I recognize that. I don't care if you rate to be enraged and operating at a level 10. If everybody operates at a level 10, little is going to get done. If everybody decides to go out and allow their anger, although justified, to destroy parts of our community, nothing gets done. So the right players have to come to the table. We have to have the will to fix this. There has to be a will. You cannot make me believe that with all the brilliant minds in this nation, the resources that are abundant in this nation, the people that have been impacted by, you can't make me believe that we don't have an answer. Okay, you become an expert on raising a black male child in this day and age. The talk that they have, okay? I don't have males, children, but I've had the talk. We have to know how to act and interact. We have to know how to become bilingual, bicultural, because of the place we live. Just because you're not cursing and acting crazy doesn't mean that you're not seen as a threat. The skin, this beautiful melanin that God chose to place us in, sometimes is seen as a threat. And so I'm going to get off here because I just want us to consider bringing the right people around the table. And it doesn't matter that you don't have a large table. We're impacted. And so whatever platform, I've said this often, whatever platform God has allowed you to have, where do we start? The answer is individuals. Absolutely. That's where I'm going. Committing to be more involved. Absolutely, Elder Solomon. So regardless, if God has given you a national platform, you've got a huge responsibility. If God has given you a local platform, you have a responsibility. If your platform is only within your family, you yet have a responsibility. All of us have to play a role in this. Hey, Ray, mwah. Buenos tardes. We all play a role in this. Whether or not you have children at home, whether they are grown and gone and you're a grandma, we have a role to play in this. And none of us gets to relinquish the responsibility. We all have a role in this. Okay, so stop abdicating. We have it's new, it's just started for middle and high school students called Keeping It Real. It's a platform that allows them to express themselves. That's my role. That's where I'm going because I can influence. They don't have to think what I think, they just need to think. Where do you come into play? What are you offering? What is your part? What is your contribution to the solution? Okay, what's your contribution? You have to contribute. Just because you are not of chocolate melanin, you still have a contribution to play. Just because you don't have male children, just because you're not a male, we still have a role to play in this. Okay, I'm gonna get off here for real now. Make this a Thoughtful Thursday. You already have my challenge. It's on the floor. What is your contribution to the solution? What's your contribution? Okay, till next time, take real good care of yourselves. Don't let yourself off the hook. Don't allow yourself to abdicate your responsibility in this one. Mwah. Bless you as well. It does start with you as an individual. Until tomorrow, take real good care of yourselves.